Welcome to this short video training where I'll be showing you 10 ideas you can use to build an empire with. Now, like I said in the flyer, these ideas are ideas you can build on without quitting your job. They are things you do on a daily basis as a teacher. So all you need to do is open your mind and see how you can start developing these ideas. You need to see how you can start pitching yourself out there as an expert that people need to trust and give their money to. My name is Emmanuel Ogabidu. I am an early years practitioner and the founder of the Early Years Resource Hub. You can find us on Facebook. You can also find us on Instagram and on WhatsApp. Now we have a Facebook group and a WhatsApp group where I do trainings, share resources and tips with teachers on how to function well in the preschool setting. So the ideas I'll be sharing with you are very powerful ideas, and they are only guaranteed to making it from them is hard work and consistency. So you need to be hardworking and you need to remain consistent. You need to remain consistent. You can't start today and stop tomorrow. You have to do it consistently. Now when these two elements, hard work and consistency, come to play, you become an expert. You become an expert in what you do. You need to put in the hard work to keep providing value on a daily basis to people, showing people the relevance of the ideas and the applicability in their daily life. So I tag these 10 businesses you can start and earn extra income as a teacher you don't need to quit your job to make this idea come to life. You don't need to quit your job. All you need to do is devote 1 or 2 hours every day to doing this, building these ideas. So what are the things you need to know, understand or master to start putting this thing into use, to start developing these ideas? Now the things you will need, I said you will need some soft skills and you will need some hardware or hard skills. So I'm going to explain these two skills you will be needing to develop or start building this idea. Now for the soft skills, you need focus, consistency and hard work. Now here, focus, you need to do away with the shiny object syndrome, chasing everything that is out there. You need to pick one idea and build it, become a master in that field, then you can spread on to other areas that aligns with your value or your core values. So you need to be focused, pick one idea, be focused, develop it, see how far you can push it out there, see how much value you can create out of that idea. Then you can now go on to spread your wings to other areas. Now consistency requires that you show up on a daily basis, putting out values. You can't start today and stop tomorrow. You can't start tomorrow and stop the next day. No, you have to remain consistent. People need to keep seeing you, they need to keep hearing from you. People need to know that you're an expert when it comes to any of these ideas I'll be sharing with you. Then you need to be hardworking. You need to do your research. You need to put out valuable content. You need to put out things that people will appreciate and to meet their needs. So these are the soft skills you need. Let me add one last one. You need to be creative. You need to be creative. You need to see how you can build on this idea. You need to see how you can tweak these ideas to fit into your circumstances, how to meet the needs of your target market or target audience. So this is very, very important. Now let's go on to the hard skills or the hardwares you will need. Hard skills or the hardwares you will need. Now the first one is you will need a smartphone, a tablet, a desktop or a laptop. But the basic one you will need is a smartphone. The basic one you will need is a smartphone. The next thing you will need is data. You need data to connect with your audience. You need data to share the values you've created. You need data to spread, to let people know that you are an expert in this area and you have something they need. So you need data to reach the people that will have needs for what you are developing. Then the next thing you will need is a social media account. You need a Facebook account, you need a WhatsApp account, or you need an Instagram or a YouTube account. But the basic one you need to start with is the Facebook and the WhatsApp account. Facebook connects you to people, then WhatsApp brings them closer. You know, WhatsApp is an instant messaging platform. So on Facebook, you can go on live to share what you have, and on WhatsApp, you can also distribute your content. Now, the WhatsApp business affords you the opportunity to create an e-commerce store where you have your materials displayed there, and people can always go view and purchase them. So those are the basic resources you need to get started. Like I said, you can start with your mobile phone. You viewing this course means you have a smart mobile phone you are using and you have data. So those are the skill sets you need to start running with this idea. Then you just need basic tech skills like how to just create a simple slide. Now there are so many software out there you can use to create slides. Like the one I'm using now is the WPS software, where you have the PowerPoint, you have the Microsoft where you can put in all your ideas and then convert them. You can also use Canvas. So now let's go on now to the first idea you can start building. The first one is rhymes. Now rhymes are very powerful tools when it comes to teaching, especially in the preschool setting. Now rhymes that involves actions or movement are very powerful because it helps to drive what you want the children to learn. So there are ways you can go about developing this rhyme. The first one is you can write it by yourself and convert it to song, or you can get a book then convert the lyrics to a song. The third way is you can go on YouTube and sift through the different rhymes, relevant rhymes, educative rhymes that are there, and share with people. You can also collaborate with the authors of the rhymes. So all you need to do is gather all the relevant rhymes, put them in different groups, and sell them or put them out there. Now there are different kinds of rhymes, phonics rhymes, number rhymes, science rhymes, and so on and so forth. So all you need to do is understand the relevance of each of the rhymes, then put them together. Now how you can go about sharing this idea is, now like I said, you need to be a specialist. You need to put out information there that yes, you are a specialist in this area. So this is how you go about it. One is get a Facebook account, like I said earlier. Clean up whatever that is not relevant to what you'll be sharing. You can use your current account, or you can create another account or a page. Then you start putting out ideas there. You start putting out ideas on a daily basis. This is where consistency comes in, and focus. Don't add any other thing that is not related to what you are doing. So you need to put out time. You come on live to share any rhymes you have with the children. So you need to pre-inform them. You need to put a stable time, either morning, evening, or weekends. Now you need to decide. Timing is very important. In the morning when people are leaving, in the evening when you know they are back home, and weekends when you know everybody's at home, so that children can access their parents' phone and view the rhymes. And when they know the time, they always look forward to seeing you when it's time for you to share the rhymes. So now, like I said, the rhymes should involve action. You can have them in video format or audio format. Now video format is preferred because children can see the action and can also relate with the action. Now audio format, if you're doing that, you need to convey the information in your intonation, and you need to express the emotions in each rhyme. Now when you are doing this live, ensure you carry the children along. Ensure you engage them. So when you do this, you can also convert it into video. You can burn it on a CD. You can go on to upload it on your WhatsApp or YouTube channel. So like I said, ensure you when you are animating it, ensure it's engaging and is very interactive. Now, you see, rhyme is a very powerful tool. If you sit down and start crafting and start looking for resources that are relevant. Now, the truth is that many of the rhymes we have, they are done by people who know nothing about education. So you have an advantage as an educator to churn out something that meets your immediate needs, and you can share with parents and teachers within your circle. So that is it with the rhymes. The next one we'll go on to now is sales of age appropriate books. Now, children go through different stages to read. So they start with sounds, they go on 2 letter words, 3 letter words, and so on and so forth. So you can get books that meet the needs of each child and address is the child at his reading level. Now, this is very important. As an educator who understand this thing, and parents have come to trust you as an expert when it comes to literacy and reading, you can now give them age appropriate books that will meet the needs of their children. Now, how can you do this? One is you can go on Facebook and read it live. Now, like I said, timing is very important. Timing is very important. So when you come on live, go on to the chapter or to a book, read it. Now, ensure you animate it. Show the character. Let them hear it in your voice. Let them see it in your action. You can do this physically, or you can use moving image. You can use moving image that you can pictures that you can just be sliding through with your hand, or you create a PowerPoint slide like the one I have there and also upload it on your Facebook channel. Now, this is very important. The next one is you sell it directly to them. As an expert, parents have come to trust you. They come to understand that yes, you know what their children need at each reading level. You can now go on to show them the books their children will need at each level. Now, when you can do this and do it very well, they will come to trust you and they'll be willing to part with their money to get the story books for their children. Now, there are 2 types of story books you need to look at. One is the one that has picture, usually for beginning readers, and the one that have more words. So more pictures and less words, and more words and less pictures. So these are the 2 categories of stories books you need to be putting out there for parents. Now, there are so many persons that can supply these books if you are ready and interested. You can even drop ship. When they require for the story book, you can go ahead and order them in large chunk and supply them. So basically, like I said, you need to put yourself out there as an expert. You need to start showing parents the kind of books their children need, the moral lessons in each of the story, and how they can get the story book. So the third idea we'll be going on to now is writing of decodable story books. Writing of decodable story books. Now, decodable story books are story books that children that have knowledge of sounds or phonics can read. That's basically what decodable story books are. Now, let's look at one example of decodable story. This is an example: Sam and Jam on a mat. Sam has a hat, Jam has a fan. Now, this is a short story that any child that has knowledge of phonics can read easily, because all the sounds there are phonetic, apart from A, so all the other sounds there are phonetic in nature. So that's an example of this is an example of a decodable story book. So the next idea here is digital marketing. Digital marketing. What is digital marketing? Digital marketing, also known as online marketing, is the promotion of a brand to connect the brands with their potential customers using the internet. Now, you can use Facebook, you can use Instagram, you can use Twitter, you can use Pinterest, you can use Google, you can use YouTube. Now, where you know customers are, you take the brand name to them. Now, this includes not only social media, which I just mentioned, web-based advertising, but also text and multimedia messages as a marketing channel. So you can also create video, you can also create text messages, content which you use to brand or create or which you use to sell or market a an institution. Now let me give one quick example. Like in the case of rhymes and storybooks that I made mention, by the time you've built your fan base, you've built your customer base, you can go to schools and tell them to come and advertise their school at the beginning, middle, or end of your rhymes, but usually of your session, usually at the beginning or the end, so that I don't interrupt the rhymes in between. For example, you can get a school to advertise school ABC to advertise their school at the beginning of your session on the live Facebook or on the video you will be selling out. Now this is very key. You can also refer parents to visit the school to get the rhyme. Now you are driving traffic to that school. You can do the same on your reading, your live reading session on Facebook. Now let's look at examples of digital marketing. Examples of digital marketing involves content marketing, email marketing, social media marketing, search engine optimization, and search engine marketing. These are examples of digital marketing that you can go out there, get information about them, start building something on it. Now you can go as far as attending paid training to upgrade your skills and pitch yourself out there as an expert. Now like I said, you need to start building yourself as an expert. You need to start putting yourself out there as an expert. Now the fifth idea is school branding. Now what is branding? All you need to do is know what branding is, then apply it in the school setting. So what is branding? Branding basically is the process of giving a name to a specific organization, company, product, or services by creating and shaping the brand in the customer's mind. So branding has to do with perception. It is how people recognize and experience a business. Now they can experience a business through their company's customer service, the uniform, or a product. Now there are skills you need to master for you to be able to brand a school effectively. There are things you need to know. Now think about it. Who can brand a school better than an insider? Because you are an educator, you have an advantage. You know what a school, what the business of school means, and you are in a position to project it effectively via branding. So now let's go on to the things you need to know to do this effectively. One is you need to pitch yourself as an expert. We need to know you as a branding expert. Then you can niche down to school branding expert. Then the next thing you need to know is you need to understand the different curriculums we have out there and the characteristics of a good school, because these are the things. For you to brand a school, you need to understand the different type of curriculum and what a good school is. Because for you to shape people's mind about a product or a company, you need to understand this key element. Then the next thing you need to know is sales skills and copywriting, how to sell and how to craft compelling messages and content that people can relate with, and it will lead them to understanding the brand you are projecting. Now the sixth skill is home tutoring. Now home tutoring basically has to do with going to people's home and teaching their children. Now you need to niche down, you need to specialize. You can specialize as a math teacher, a literature teacher, a craft and skill teacher, a tech teacher. So what you do basically is you help children to master tech skills. You help children to master tech skills, or you just go basically and help them with their homework. You go to their houses, help children with their homework, ensure it is done, ensure they submit it, and ensure if the school attend to it and mark it. The next one is that you can just go and teach children skills and craft, basic skills and craft they need to learn. Like you can also teach children tech tools, how to use how to code, how to use Adobe, how to use CorelDRAW, how to use PowerPoint, how to use a computer. So you need to niche down. You need to pick an area and specialize. People need to see you as an expert. Don't be a jack of all trades and a master of none. Then the seventh idea we'll be looking at is online tutoring. Now for you to do online tutoring, you need to master your subject and know the tools, the tech tools you need to send out your lessons out there. There are so many of them. There are so many applications. There are so many software that you can use. Now, like I said, the basic thing you need to know is have the knowledge and know the tools you can use to transform the idea. Now, COVID-19 has opened our eyes to the reality that teaching and learning does not only take place in a classroom, in a physical setting, it has gone virtual. So you need to start looking at this opportunity and how to spread these ideas and how to make income from it. Now, the eighth idea we'll be looking at the sales of educational resources. Now, there are many people who sell educational resources out there that know nothing about the relevance or the usefulness of some of these resources. But as an educator, you can niche down, sell resources for only preschool, sell resources for only primary, or sell resources for only secondary or university. All you need to do is demonstrate the usefulness of these resources as an expert and show parents how they can use it. Now, this area is usually capital intensive, but you can drop ship. Look for shops that sell some of these resources, go on and negotiate with them. Then you can pick these resources, demonstrate their usefulness, put it out there on your media platform, have people see and engage with them. Then you can now close your sales from there. So, but you need to pitch yourself as an expert, know all the relevant learning resources, and go on to put them out there for people to see and know their usefulness. Then the ninth one is creation of ebooks and worksheets. Now, this area you can also specialize. Now, look at your settings. What are the resources people are finding difficult to get? What are the resources that are very scarce? What are the resources that people need? These are the things you should be going after. Get them, create them, and put them out there. Now, this is where tech tools are very important. You need to understand how to use a phone to do some of these things. You can need to get a laptop or whichever means that is more convenient for you. But like I said, the basic tools you need to start with this is your phone. If you have a mobile phone, you can kickstart with this. So specialize. You can create only worksheet for maths, create worksheet for literacy, create worksheet for science. So you need to specialize. Personally, I specialize in creating only preschool resources using the Montessori curriculum only. So you need to specialize and make people understand that this is your area or this is your specialty. Now, the 10th idea is aerobics and gymnastics. This is where you combine physical exercise with music. Now, children like music, children like rhyme, so you can combine this with age appropriate exercise and gymnastics that children can do and enjoy at the same time. Now, this is one area many schools are packaging and branding themselves. So you need to start looking at this area, look for age appropriate activities, have a blend of music in it, then you are set to go. So this is I think these are the 10 ideas. So I'm going to quickly add 2 more ideas you can also consider. One of them is the use of technology in education. We call it educational technology, how to use technology to teach. So there are so many tools out there teachers are not aware of. You need to go out there, look for them, look at the relevance, look at the applicability, and start sharing it with teachers, start showing them how to use it. You can do the same with parents. Like what we're having here is the use of tech in teaching, in transmitting information, in transmitting values. So you need to go out there and look for the tools that are easily accessible, usable, and people can deploy to transmit knowledge and also teach. Now, the last one I want to add here is social media manager, where you manage a school Facebook account, Twitter account, Instagram account. Now, who is in a better position to do this than a teacher that is in the school, understands how the schools operate, and knows how to brand or market the school with his knowledge and experience in that school. So these are the ideas I have for you. I hope and believe you see one that resonates with you and you can start running with it immediately. Now, ideas are spirit. What it means is that they can take on form. So you need to start looking at these ideas and see how you can start putting and start building them. So this is all. I will see you in the Q&A session where I'll be throwing more light in areas that you want to pick on and you are not you don't fully understand how to start deploying it. So we meet in a closed WhatsApp group where I will expatiate more on areas you find confusing or a bit techy, or you need to understand better. So thank you for your time and do have a pleasant day.